Hi. Hi guys, welcome to Stefan Eats. Yes, we are back after a small week break. After eating so much meat in the Filipino video, so much pork, we thought we'd maybe go in the other direction. And we're gonna go completely plant-based for this video. Lots of plant-based options, lots of new places opening up with really cool concept. Vegan food has evolved so much in the last 5 to 10 years. Vegan food, for me personally, I am not a big fan of meat substitutes, so I'm gonna try to focus more on the dishes that really showcase the vegetables. For me, vegetables are super important and have so much flavor, and to find these places that showcase vegetables the way they are and to just elevate it to just an incredible level, those are the kinds of foods I'm going to look for. Of course, yes, there will be some faux meats in there. We are here for breakfast here in East Van, and we're gonna try a place with Lebanese origins. Very excited for this place. Stomach is growling. Let's go! Just a little bit, so the seats are a little bit wet in some of the parks. So back of the car, let's do it. We have quite a nice selection with us right now. So yeah, we're gonna start off with these smoothies, and these are kind of cool because they actually include tahini. So we got two different kinds. We got the banana, we got the coffee. So this is a coffee tahini smoothie. This is a banana tahini smoothie. This is the coffee one here. Oh wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's really good. Definitely kind of like a salty, sweet vibe going on with that tahini. Oh yeah, super nutty. That might be one of my favorite drinks of the year. Banana tahini smoothie. Same thing, but with bananas. Perfect. Smells like banana. Also some tahini in there, you can smell it. Oh yeah. That is way thicker. Yeah, that's more like a smoothie consistency. Almost tastes like a peanut butter banana smoothie kind of thing. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, definitely tastes those bananas in there. I think for me though, that coffee one just took the cake easily, yeah. Oh, look at that, yes. It has hummus in it, so hummus. It has labne, which is a kind of a yogurt. It's like a Greek style yogurt, kind of like a sour yogurt. Just bathing in some rich, beautiful olive oil. Here's the saj bread, and oh, look at that, za'atar, and it's just rubbed generously with this kind of herb spread. Just gonna get some of that olive oil involved. Look at that. Oh, so you get, oh, I got the perfect half. Look at that. It's like a yin yang of deliciousness. So fragrant. And what I forgot is I think there's some kind of syrup in there. I think it's like a date syrup that they kind of put on the top, so you get just an amazing kind of counterbalance of sweetness, that super fragrant olive oil. It's so creamy. The labne, the yogurt there, definitely some of the best hummus in the city can be found at this place. It's so delicious. Yeah, do yourself a favor, get this hummus. It's amazing. Shakshuka. Now shakshuka traditionally is an egg, tomato and pepper based kind of sauce, and then what you do is you poach the eggs delicately in the sauce, and then you can dip things into it. You break the yolk and everything. This one's a little bit different. This one you have a tofu. It looks like a tofu scramble in the middle there. And of course, look at these amazing pickled veggies on the side. That's very exciting. I'm gonna get a little bit of this tomato sauce. Get a nice angle for you with my left hand. Yeah, we'll just do that. Grab a nice amount of tofu scramble with some of that sauce. Oh, there you go. You can just smell those fresh tomatoes. So fragrant, so fresh. Yeah, wow, super fresh, not too salty. You get those peppers in there, the fresh tomato. Very simple. Tofu scramble just kind of adds a kind of maybe a starchy texture to it on top of that. That sauce is ridiculously good. Next dish we have is a shawarma. What's really unique about this one is obviously it being vegan, you have it made with enoki mushrooms. I've had this dish before. I was blown away. Mushrooms are one of my favorite things. You can get it in two different forms. You get it in a bowl form, or you can also get it in a wrap. Look at this enoki mushroom kind of mash and a garlic sauce just mixed in all together. And this is something that's gonna go absolutely beautifully with this bread. This is made for this type of bread. With our hands, let's just go. Look at that creaminess of the enoki mushrooms right there. Oh, and what I like about enoki are just the textures. You get all this individual strands that just go so well. I think there's some rice on the bottom. Yeah, there's some rice on there, so I'm gonna try to add some of that. And of course, then you can add all your fresh veggies. We'll add some of this. There you go. Here we have our amazing shawarma. I'm so excited for this because I know what this tastes like, and this is one of my favorite vegetarian things to eat in the whole city. Oh, wow. The spices from the enoki are very similar to what you'd find in like a chicken shawarma, and then you get those strands, just those crunchy strands. You get an amazing crunch from those enoki mushrooms, kind of like combining together. And then I just had a hit of mint in there, which just brought everything all together. You have those pickled veggies. That garlic sauce is intense. It's also just addictive as AF. Gotta jive with those young people, you know? This is an epic dish. And the last dish we have, I think it's a falafel wrap or a platter. So you have these two balls of goodness. You have this kind of yellowish sauce, and oh, that bread. Look at that bread with all that herb mixture. Just, oh yes, perfect. I'm very excited about that. Now, we have been filming for quite a while, so these falafels will not be fresh from the fryer. Oh, but look at that sauce. Wow. When you get these, don't do what we do and you know, unless you're a food vlogger, but don't do what we do and wait a long time to eat it because you're gonna want to eat it fresh. So as soon as these falafels come out, eat them almost as soon as you can, because that's kind of the whole point of falafels, is you want them like fresh, steamy, crispy. That is a bite of the gods. Oh, I'm gonna rearrange it to make it into more of a manageable wrap. Yeah. Very fresh. You get a little bit of a mealiness from there, and then that sauce, not too strong. There's something going on with that bread inside where it's like very crispy. That herb mixture is ridiculous. That's really good too. Yeah, my only regret is that it's not hot anymore, but that is completely our fault. ALEPH, what they're doing is just elevating Lebanese food, making it vegan. In a world where everybody's going for impossible meats, you have to remember that veggies are just super delicious the way they are, and if you use good quality veggies and amazing sauces and put so much love into it, you're gonna have something that will rival meat and even exceed meat in many, many cases. Second place, we are in, we're in Chinatown, and this place I've never tried. One of the really cool, unique items here I wanna try is the sushi. So yeah, we're at MILA, and this is all plant-based. They also have a vegan smash burger, so I'm kind of excited to try those out. Anyways, let's go in. I'll shut up now. Sushi cone, but vegan. Yeah, this is new for me too. Normally sushi you associate with seafood. This one contains celeriac. It looks like you have some rice inside. The green, I'm not sure what the green part is. And then this is kind of like your tempura. Thank you. And you have some pea shoots and all that stuff. Oh yeah, very crunchy. The celeriac has a pretty mild neutral flavor. I like the rice. The rice quality is really good, and just a really nice play on textures. That celeriac is really well done, and I love that kind of crunchy exterior, and then you get still, it almost reminds me of like a heart of palm. Very, very solid. This is the MILA roll, so it has a heart of palm mix. It also has some like tempura crunchies on there, some avocado. It has a mango wasabi mayo. All vegan, so vegan sushi. Kind of cool. This heart of palm is one of my favorite things to eat. So I'm gonna pick up this bit of sushi there. And yeah, look at that. Yeah, so you can definitely see the avocado. The heart of palm is on the outskirts, it looks like. I like that. Very good flavor. That mayo. Yeah, that mayo comes in. A little bit spicy, not too bad. The very good quality of the rice. I think that's the one thing I noticed, is their rice is a little bit on the more al dente side, nicely vinegared. And that's what, honestly, that's what kind of sushi is about. One of the biggest parts of sushi is the quality of the rice. The more you bite into it, the more it does have like a tuna texture almost. Very good. I would really recommend that one because that one has quite a bit of flavor, and it kind of yeah, you honestly, if nobody told you there wasn't tuna in there, you probably wouldn't notice. You probably would think there would be tuna. I have a sushi chef friend, and he makes a lot of money, And yeah, he drives a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, roll. It's also a roll. If you've been a subscriber of this channel since the beginning, you can tell we've done we've done a lot of burger videos, and we have focused on plant burgers. What I haven't seen yet is a vegan smash burger. Now, of course, smash burgers are kind of taking over. You have two patties. I'm not exactly sure what they're made of, but everything else is pretty much the same that you would find in a typical smash burger. You have the pickles, you have the tomatoes, you have the cheese, which is probably vegan too. But yeah, these two patties are definitely going to be part of the first bite. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's really good. They've kind of done this to perfection. Look at the inside. You really couldn't tell. If you'd bit into the patty by itself, you would know something's up, but the patty is really flavorful. You get quite a bit of saltiness from it and a lot of crispiness. That is a very impressive burger, I must say. That's actually really good. I still can't quite figure out what that patty is, but it is very flavorful. And yeah. Yeah, like I said, they got the crispiness right, and everything else is just, all the components are just right. Very solid. I like this a lot. Wow. On to the next one. Our third place today is one of my favorite vegan places in the whole city, and maybe even one of my favorite restaurants. Yeah, really delicious Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is also very compatible with being vegan. All those delicious flavors. We're very close by. We're gonna go right around the corner, and our next spot is gonna be quite a treat. They might even have a patio space in the back. Crossing our fingers. Let's go. Lucky, there's a little bit of patio space in the back, so we actually nabbed the spot just in the corner here. Okay, wow. So as you can see, we have quite a lovely spread of food. So almost everything's coming at about the same time. The first one here is really cool. As soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted to try because it is a very unique dish that you cannot really find that often in Vancouver. These are like cocoa rice cakes, so it's actually a coconut milk. I thought they were steamed, but they're actually cast iron grilled and made into these cakes here. So yeah, you have a little bit of turmeric, so that's where that that yellow color is coming from. Normally these do come with fish sauce, but obviously being vegan, there's something called ish sauce. Don't know what it's made from, but it's supposed to mimic the taste. Oh, the first thing you get is that crispiness, then you get just this epic, creamy coconut kind of custard that just envelops your mouth in luscious goodness. Wow, that's delicious. And on top, it's not too salty. You do get a little bit of those onions. The ish sauce doesn't really taste like fish, but it kind of has that umami flavor to it. Yeah, that's a start of champions. This is our next dish here. So what it is a turmeric crepe, and you have all these herbs, and you have these mustard greens here. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take little bits of this crepe, and look how very crispy that is. Look at, when you open it up, you have all these bean sprouts. It looks like maybe some lettuce. You have all this kind of yummy goodness. Maybe, I think there's some jicama in there. Yeah, there's some shaved jicama, and this whole crepe is made from turmeric. And then you're pretty much just gonna make a giant wrap, kind of like a taco, with this lettuce green, or I think this is some kind of mustard green potentially. So yeah, let's just give this a shot. And then you just kind of wrap it up. You can. There you go. And I thought it was maybe a one-biter, but probably not. And wow. Some food acrobatics, and there you go. Just bite into it. Yeah, just pure freshness. All the vegetables are super crunchy. The crepe is also crunchy. The outside leaf is a little bit crunchy, so you get all these textures in there. And I really am digging that sauce. That sauce is just very fragrant, a little bit salty, a little bit of sweetness. I think it's probably has some of that ish sauce in there. Next dish, one of my favorites. You guys know how much I love eggplant. this one is one of those dishes, could be one of those top dishes in the whole city. This is black garlic eggplant on top of rice, and you also have some cubes of you also have some cubes of tofu, it looks like, but just that beautiful purple, that epic purple eggplant. So much color, so vibrant, and of course that rice on the bottom. So I'm just gonna kind of build my bite, maybe with a bit of garlic and maybe one of those tofu. Wow, that is a crazy bite of the ages. Oof. Oh, that was really hot, but well, super delicious. The eggplant is just perfectly melty. It still retains a little bit of its texture, and then that tofu just soaks up all that sweet sauce. The black garlic is very mild, so it doesn't taste too garlicky. They're giving you so many bits of eggplant, and of course with that tofu and that. My only thing, maybe you could put more chilies on there, but that's probably a request you could make. Okay, this one, super excited for this. Is a bun bo hue, a vegan one. Traditional bun bo hue is kind of like a noodle soup with beef, and it also has beef blood inside, and normally has a thicker noodle. This one is all vegan, so I want to see how they get that potentially beefy flavor, but right away that broth just looks oily and delicious, and I think they might even have, so this is not beef, this is probably some kind of a vegan meat, probably like a vegan beef. Oh, look at that, soaking all those delicious juices. Let's just go for the broth first. Oh very actually clean tasting. A little bit of spiciness, definitely some lemongrass. Lots of lemongrass kind of pumping you in the beginning. I am very curious about this. This is like I said, this is not beef, it's full beef. It's almost like a mushroom patty mixed in with a tofu patty and had babies. For me, the noodle is outstanding. I'm a huge fan of the noodle. The noodle almost kind of disintegrates in your mouth. It is very soft, so it doesn't have that much texture, but that goes really well with the soup actually. Next place, something I've never tried, probably ever, vegan pudding. Let's give it a shot. We're gonna probably try about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Let's see what they have. We drove a little bit, and let's just say we have a pudding with a view. Look at that. Hey, not too bad. You can choose a coconut based or a soya based. With a lot of these, you'll be putting a lot of sauce on top. You get it? Pudding sauce, you know. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start with the Earl Grey tea. These run from about I think $3 to $4 each. And then you have this little kind of packet of sauce, and whoa, this one comes with a lemon caramel sauce. Not too sweet, that's what I really like. And it almost has like a pumpkin-y taste to it actually. Now, I don't really taste the coconut that much, but the Earl Grey flavor, it's definitely there. It almost tastes like a mix of like a pumpkin spice Earl Grey flavor. This is a black sesame. This one will be soy based. Oh, black sesame sauce. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I think I got the whole corner of that cup there. Oh, that's really good. That's my favorite up till now. Just a very dark, deep sesame flavor. Oh wow. It is, because of the tofu, it's not gonna be as creamy. You are gonna taste a little bit of that texture from the grinded tofu, but it's still like the texture of pudding. And wow, flavor wise, this one is up there. That's really good. The sauce on top almost reminds me of like a black sesame molasses. It's really cool. Okay, perfect. And our last place today is a little bit on the higher end. So this place is one of the OGs of really vegetable forward cooking in Vancouver. Some of this will be vegan, some of it will just be vegetarian because there's I think there's a dish with cheese in it. But yeah, really excited to try this out. Last place called the ACORN. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. That's the sign. Perfect. I think they have a patio in the front. Hopefully we can eat and have a nice table out there. With COVID, you're seeing a lot of these pop up. They're kind of like makeshift kind of patios just on the side of the street. Normally made from wood. You can actually smell the freshly cut wood. This is probably a new installation. So yeah, really cool. And actually I do really hope out of COVID that these kind of things do stay, because it does add to some ambience and you know, a bit of environment, which is really cool to eat on the street or on the road. Not on the road, but you know, hopefully I won't be telling too many acorny jokes. You know, acorny. This is kohlrabi. So what's really cool is you have kohlrabi, which is super thinly sliced. And then you have some apple, you have some kimchi, so little dollops of kimchi on there. And then on top of that, you even have some seaweeds kind of like hidden inside. So I'm gonna try to take a full petal of this bite. You can actually make a little taco from this. Oh wow, absolutely must get. Wow, that's just so much crunch coming from every component. Yeah, no kohlrabi, doesn't really have much flavor, but it has that extra crunch. Then everything else is crunchy. What is really standing out are the pickling components and that kimchi. Wow, that is epically good kimchi. The flavors coming out of there are very explosive, lots of acidity, some funk at the end. This dish here is a lentil pate. It's almost like a lentil terrine. Let's just take you through this. So we have some it looks like some potatoes. This is full lentil terrine. That top jelly looks kind of cool there. Then you just have all the condiments. So it looks like you have some pickled cabbage. There's some garlic in there. I'm gonna move this this potato out of the way, and of course some mustard. Yes, you need the mustard, of course, with the terrine. And then a little bit of that mustard. Perfect. Yes. There's a smokiness in there I can't quite describe. There's a sweetness, and then you just get the creaminess of those lentils. You can definitely tell they're lentils because there's still a little bit of texture in there. And that jelly, I'm quite really tell what that jelly is. That mustard is also a little bit sweet. It almost tastes like American mustard, very close. I'm gonna take another bite and let's load it up with some vegetables. Because the lentil pate is a little bit sweet, it's really nice and refreshing to have those kind of pickled veggies to go in there. Oh, these beautiful chips. Yeah, these look really legit too. Can't go wrong. They almost look like kettle cooked chips. So I am gonna give David some of this food. Here you go. This next dish is called wild garlic, and this one looks really cool, kind of like all over the place. So these are Cascade hop shoots. So I don't know if they're, yeah, so I guess there's some kind of pea shoot potentially. This is like a white garlic and buttermilk sauce. So this is not gonna be vegan. This has some sourdough. You have some other types of garlic, and then on top of that, yeah, you have wild garlic oil kind of just drizzled on top. Oh, yeah, it smells very vinegary, almost like a vinaigrette. Let's just try a little bit of this, little bit of these shoots. Now, hop shoots, I'm not sure exactly what they are. I don't know if they're actually, maybe they are from the hop plant. And yeah, let's mix it together. Muscat. It's almost like you're eating a little bit of like, it almost tastes like a stinging nettle a little bit, but a little bit more bitter. And then what really just brings it all together is that buttermilk garlic sauce. The garlic is not too pronounced, but you can tell it's in the background, almost like a creamy buttermilk soup, and the buttermilk tastes really fresh, maybe almost goaty in some way. It's like one of the best kind of grilled salads you'll ever have in your life. This is cavatelli. So the dish itself is called tomato. What it is cavatelli. There's some tomato. There's kind of a pesto, or some kind of pesto made with mackerel kelp. Yeah, some black oyster mushrooms, and then some radicchio on top. I'm gonna try to mix some of these together. Oh, look at that cavatelli there with those mushrooms. Oh, yes, roasted mushrooms and cavatelli all together. Oh, yes, look at that. Oh, and of course there's some, oh yes, there's some goat's cheese on there too. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. That actually wasn't goat's cheese, that's blue cheese. There's a lot going on there. As you're biting into it, you get this kind of tomatoey pasta, which is definitely a little bit starchy. You get some bite to it, but it's almost pillowy. So it's almost pillowy, but it's still al dente. And then you get this hint of fresh tomato, or yeah, almost like a stewed fresh tomato. And then that blue cheese just takes over, just fragrant blue cheese. It is a sweet forward dish, so you do get quite a bit of sweetness. So I would recommend getting that blue cheese in the bites for sure. Very, very well done pasta. I must add, the pasta is very, very well done. Yeah, perfect cooking time for the pasta too. Dessert time, yeah, two really unique dishes. First thing we have here is, it's called the wild berry. So it's made with salao, huckleberry, raspberry sorbet. It has hazelnuts on it. Let's get some of these berries and the sorbet all together. Oh, perfect. Yes, look at that. Oh, these delicious looking berries. This is very, very BC, I must say. This is a very British Columbia dish. Wow. There's a creaminess from that sorbet that just transcends into this kind of roasted hazelnut. It almost tastes like a healthy, more delicious Nutella altogether. It's so creamy. It has that kind of hazelnut that kind of cuts into it, and it almost tastes like you're eating a super delicious fruity chocolate. Wow, that is just ridiculously good. I'm gonna try the sorbet by itself because that's just crazy. It says raspberry sorbet. I want to say that is not raspberry sorbet. That is something else. It almost tastes like a pear. This is called the rhubarb, and it's a maple blossom glazed rhubarb. Spruce shortbread. So this is a shortbread here. Spruce is some kind of conifer, so it's normally, it should have a little bit of like a Christmassy taste. You have some chèvre, so I think this is the goat's cheese here. Some currants. Oh wow. That is just pulling me in like 20 different directions. Wow, that goat cheese is what hits you. Then the spruce just completely just takes over for a couple of seconds. Then you get the citrusiness and a little bit of acidity from that rhubarb. The rhubarb is nicely cooked. You're gonna go through 20 different emotions when eating this because it just definitely pulls you in different directions. That is a very crazy dessert. I think once your taste buds get used to it, it all just comes together really nicely, and then you get this overlying kind of honey taste. This is gonna conclude our video. I'm back next to our good old Ferrari over here. ACORN, what a delicious, yeah, just reaffirming how delicious the food is. You know, we did get some requests for vegan food, so I'm very happy to announce that our food scene in that regard, it is definitely up there. Really good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. If you do enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the bell icon, also hit the subscribe button, and also leave us with those comments if there are any places you want us to try, any food recommendations, definitely let us know. Anyways, we're gonna end it here and into my Ferrari.